Welcome back. Stephanie Jean Hankins and Rhonda Matthews is here, and they're here representing the House of Hope. And this is a fairly new position for you, isn't it?
It is.
Jean? Yeah.
I've been volunteering there for about 2 years, maybe a little more than 2 years, and then one day they decided to hire me and put me on the payroll, and I was really excited about
Oh,
that.
of course.
So I'm getting to do their marketing and media.
Good.
And,
okay.
Yeah.
And would you like to introduce Rhonda
I
to the
would love
audience?
to.
Yes.
You know, I brought my director, I love this. This is Rhonda Matthews. She's been our director since January 1st of this year.
Oh, okay.
And we're just really pleased with all the changes and wonderful implementations that are occurring there. And it's pretty much because of her.
Oh, good.
You can pay me later.
For our viewers that don't know, maybe are not familiar with the Harrison House of Hope, why don't you give us an overview?
Harrison House of Hope is a homeless day center. We're kind of a conduit whenever someone comes in that's either in like poverty, dire straits, or if they're actually homeless. We feed about 500 to 600 a month from breakfast and lunch Monday through Friday. We do showers and laundry services. We also do case management. If they don't have a job, we work on getting them a job. Or if they're on disability or whatever, we get them to housing, we get them to food stamps, we get them, try to get them into a place like an apartment or something that's accurate for them. And then we also have a warehouse where we have housing goods. So once we get them there, we don't
You
just
can
open the door and say Merry Christmas. We give them,
Supply.
we have bits and pieces, and it depends on what we've got, obviously. So we give tons of beds away and housing goods and things of that nature.
And those things all come from our community. I'm
Yes.
Sure.
We have
Yes.
amazing donors. We really do. We couldn't do anything without them. It's insane what they'll give.
Do people how do you come in contact with them? Do they just come to the Harrison House of Hope, or do you hear about people out that may need help, or they have to come to you?
They have to come to us.
Okay.
And usually what happens first is they'll come in and want to see someone, talk about their problems.
Right.
So we make an appointment, because if they will come back and if they will make that appointment, we know that they're probably going to do everything else that
Right,
we need
they're
them to do.
serious about
So
it.
that's kind of a litmus test, as you would.
Right.
Well, and we want to make sure that we're going to treat them appropriately to what they bring to the table. We don't want to enable them or just say, here, we're going to hand everything to you, because that doesn't help them in the long run, obviously. So we try to teach them. Sometimes we even have to go so far as to teach them life skills or things like that. And some of them come in and they don't need that. We're going to treat them how much they bring to the table. And one of those is through, we're going to give them ideas of, hey, well, we need to do an appointment. We need you to do, get a copy of your whatever. And we're going to give them assignments, for lack of a better word, because you'd be amazed how many people want it right then, at that moment, and we can't help them in that manner. That's not going to, all we're going to do is put them in a place for them to be in the same position in a month, and that doesn't help.
So it's a transitional phase where they at the end of that, they're on their own again.
Very good word, transitional. Yeah, I would say that.
Yes, they are on their own, but probably everyone who's out there who's come through the program, and especially those who have been in our micro shelter, and we call them our micros to heroes, they know that they have a support group with us.
Yeah.
So and you'd be amazed at how many people have come through the program and then continue to come back and volunteer for us.
Okay.
It's just
Wonderful.
wonderful.
I was going to ask you too
Yeah.
about volunteers.
Our security guy he's actually one of our clients. He's an amazing man. And we use him and abuse him more than anything, I think.
Okay.
But we have a lot of people that come through that we do follow up to 90 days, and then sometimes 6 months. Just depends on what's going on in their situation and where they're at. One of the changes we have is we have Linda Wilson, who we call our pit bull of House of Hope. She is our drug and alcohol liaison. She's also an intake specialist, so she's a case manager, but when it's necessary, she also, if someone comes in that's had a history or they're wanting to get help, we offer that to them and help them get to that place and do whatever they need to with that. So it's kind of a neat change. We've needed it. We really needed that. We've come a long way, I think, in what we've. Well, when we walked into it, I think we kind of got in the rumor mill and what was being said about House of Hope, and you always hear the worst case scenarios, you know what I mean? And so we've been trying to address those issues, because as long as those are in the rumor mill, people are going to think that's truth. And so we're trying to counteract some of that. One of them is drug testing. One of them is getting a drug and alcohol liaison. We're doing GED classes for those that need it. We have Shirley Limmers, who's my client services supervisor. She's got a master's degree in education, so she's just amazing with that. So she's going to be doing reading classes and GED classes. We have several other entities in our area that are coming in, and they're going to do job courses, or for lack of a better word, what to wear, how to act, how to be there, how to keep it. We have insurance people coming through. We have several different entities that we work very closely with that we're trying to, unity and community. I think
There you
that's what
go.
our thing is, and we've
That's our
been
newest
working really
thing.
hard at getting that unity with all of the entities that are here. Are amazing people, and they do amazing things. And if we could pool our resources together, we'd be better apt
Right.
to assist and not enable, and let them, because there's always the ones that come in through here and then they go over here and then they go over
Right.
here and they go
Yeah.
over here, and we're trying to kind of combat that a little
Right.
bit better.
Okay.
Because
How are you funded?
Oh, we're funded by grants. And Rhonda could probably talk about the ESG grant a little bit better than I could, but we're also funded by donations. And right now we have been so incredibly blessed because one of our anonymous donors has pledged $50,000.
Wow.
And he's pledged it dollar for dollar.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so we're just over 30,000 right now, and we have until the 31st of August to make that $50,000 mark. We're just so excited about that. And that is not coming from any grants. That is all donations.
Okay.
So that's kind of a plea right there for
Yes.
people to
Oh,
please.
yes, please. We're calling
So
it
for every
Double the
dollar
Hope.
you have that donor that's matching that dollar.
Yes, and we're calling it Double the Hope. And 2 or 3 of the banks here in town actually have put it up on their marquee. So if you see Double the Hope, that's what we're talking about.
Okay.
We're so grateful for them.
For people that want to donate, how can they do that? Do they go to a specific place, or can they do it online, or how
Well,
can
they
they
could
do
do it online, but it's probably better just to send a check to Post Office Box 1645, Harrison, Arkansas 72602 for the post office boxes, you know. But yeah, or
PO
just
Box
drop
1602.
P.O. Box 1602, yes, sir. Or stop by Harrison House of Hope, which is located at 600 East Stevenson.
PO box is 16.
Didn't I say 1645?
You said 1602.
1645.
1645.
1645.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry.
And if you do own
get it to us.
1602, forward that over to
Forward over.
1645. Yeah.
They'll get it.
Yeah.
They'll get it.
So what can the community do to be of assistance besides help fund? But
Oh, they could come. We have a church that comes in that feeds on Friday afternoons. I would love to have every Friday. Donna, who's our kitchen manager, she's amazing, and she's been there, I think, since the beginning, and she spoils us rotten. But on Fridays, she takes that day off, and so we have different volunteers that
I
come in
see.
and serve during then. But we have churches that come in. We always are in need of help with, I don't know, sweeping our floors, whatever whatever we need for that day. Sometimes it's moving furniture, sometimes it's, and we have a lady named Hallie who answers our phones. We have a couple of girls that come in and they just clean, like they help, because we get donations in. One of the things we keep is food, and a little bit of food, not much, but we also keep clothing, and we keep, bedding and things of that nature. And so they come in and reorganize and because that goes,
Right.
in about a day's time, you could know it looks like a goat exploded in there. So we have to kind of keep it going.
Right.
One of
And
the
so
ways
they do
that
that.
people could help is if anyone would like to donate a day of their time to come and drive for us.
we need
Our
drivers.
clients always need to go from point A to point B, and they need to go to the food stamp office and
DHS and Social Security office,
Yeah,
or
over
even
to
to
housing.
even to put in job applications or
and,
any of that.
And sometimes that takes all day long. And sometimes we don't have anyone who needs transportation, and that's great too.
Yeah.
But if people,
Okay.
if we could just get a couple of drivers in, just one day a week, that would be amazing.
Okay.
And anyone that's kind of, that may be on the line about, well, I've heard this or I've seen this or whatever, we love to show off our changes and what we've done, and we absolutely love that. So we encourage anyone that wants to come in and look around or see what we'd be happy to give them a tour, show them what we do, introduce them to my team. My team is, oh my gosh, I tell them they make me look great, because they do. They're so good at what they do with, and it's impressive what they do. It's just impressive. This one here included, even though
good.
she's making me nervous sitting here. But no, she's amazing and growing
Good,
and seeing
good.
what they can do, and you can see the passion in what they do and what they the heart that they put in it.
Well, I remember when it first started, and it struggled, just like every new organization,
Sure.
trying to get the word out, but now it's blossomed. And do you want to talk a little bit about the cottages a little bit?
I do. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
So probably there isn't anyone who's watching your show that doesn't know about the Hope Cottages, but on the outside chance that there are, the Hope Cottages is an amazing transitional living facility. It's located right here in Harrison, and we have up to 5 mothers. We have 5 cottages open right now. We still need funding. We need funding for Building B and Building C. Building B will house 2 more cottages, and it also has a little corner of the building that's kind of put together. That's our office area. And then Building C will house the kitchen, the dining room, and the extended laundry facilities. That's a big thing, but it's also an expensive thing. We opened up on March 1st of this year, and before we knew it, we had 4 mamas in there. And right now we have 5 mothers and 7 children, is that right?
I believe you're right.
I think 7. And our director there is Rita Knipe. I know you guys know Bill Knipe, it's his wife. She's amazing.
doing
I think
awesome.
she
Oh my
lives,
goodness.
sleeps, eats
I agree.
Hope Cottages.
I agree.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
But she does an amazing job too. She really pours into these women, and the churches they're volunteers, and they come in and they have poured. A few of the churches have come through and really poured into our girls also and helped with that. You know, because some of the, I mean, you can. If you've never been in a homeless situation, you can't imagine the number of reasons why. And it's, you know, some people think, well, it's automatically, if you just go get a job and you do this, you could fix it. And they don't understand the dynamics behind it and the trauma a lot of times, or just life that has happened that is just incredibly hard to get through, and it takes time. And so Rita really is amazing at pouring into that. And our churches are so necessary because, of course, we want to say that's the basis. That's what you need more than anything else.
Okay.
And so they are phenomenal. We couldn't do it without them either. But yeah, we'd love to show them off down. We can't show them off in the
I think
cottages, but we could go take it out, let them in, be introduced to Rita or whatever.
Absolutely.
Well, if people are interested watching the show, they can contact you.
Absolutely.
The phone number is up on the screen early, and we have more information at the end of the show. Location of your facility again is on Stevenson. What's the
600 East Stevenson.
600? Okay.
And then throw out the P.O. box again.
Ah, yes.
for
1645.
1645 if you want to donate.
72602, and
Right.
they would accept donations.
Well,
Go ahead, sir.
I was going to say thanks for coming. Did you have anything else
I
you want
do.
to add?
Oh my goodness, guys. You've got to come in and visit with us on Saturday.
Please,
Saturday
I'm so
at the
excited.
Mini Harris Park, we're doing the Summer Hope Party, and hopefully, like how I
Okay.
threw
Yeah.
that in there. Hopefully, it
I
is
saw what
just
you did there.
Hopefully, it is our first annual, and
Okay.
it is a fundraiser for Harrison House of Hope. And we've got music, we've got 3 different bands, we've got food. It's only $5 for a wristband for people 12 and up.
Okay.
And then we've got bounce house and a dunk booth and face painting and a little ducky pond. It's going to be fun. It's just going to be a really good time. 6 to 8. Saturday is a great big day here in Harrison. We've got Beauty and the Beast down at the Lyric.
Right,
We've
right.
got the Summer Hope Party at the park. And then we've got the summer movie series at the college. So it's a
Wow,
great day.
lots going on, yeah.
All right. Thanks so much for coming.
Thank
and
you.
Please come back and
Sure.
update us anytime you'd like.
Sure, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Up next, we have Jacob Mills. He's the Community Engagement Officer with the Harrison Police Department. He's going to talk about an event. Hopefully it's not on the same day. Police and Kids event. We'll find out all about that in just a few minutes. Stay with us.